Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Ears. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be. And in this video, we're going to be analyzing and breaking down some gameplay from some real pro players in Modern Warfare. Now, we're going to be looking at Game 4 of COD Champs, Dallas Empire versus Atlanta FaZe, and we're going to be trying to learn as much information and as much knowledge as possible. Now, this is going to be a double whammy because I'm actually be learning a lot from this breakdown as well, because I'm going to be studying some gameplay from players that are far better than me. So we're both going to be learning, so it's going to be a good experience so we can get better at Call of Duty together and we can be prepared for Black Ops Cold War. So with all that being said, the like goal on this video is going to be 350 likes. If you guys are enjoying the best class setups, the best settings, the tips and tricks, or want to see any more gameplay breakdowns where I break down and analyze my gameplay, or potentially break down and analyze your gameplay or other pro players to help you guys improve, make sure you guys absolutely smash up on the video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on those post notifications. Let's get right into it. So this is going to be a hardpoint match on Gunrunner. Now, I am not a proficient player at hardpoint, so I'll be learning as much from this as possible, and I'll be taking as much notes as possible. So get your pen pad out, get your notepad out. Let's get into this. Again, this is going to be actual pro players. This is not a public match. This is literally the best of the best. So this is going to be a really good learning experience for all of us, because I want to get as good at Call of Duty as possible before Black Ops Cold War does release. Because Treyarch games, if you're a good player, you're going to shine, even more than Infinity Ward CODs. Alright, so it's going to be a hard point on Gunrunner. The nice thing about this is we can kind of see everybody on the map, so we can kind of break down everybody's movement. So I'm actually going to rewind that because this was actually pretty interesting, something I picked up on just off the bat. So right here, you guys can see here that literally everybody on both teams relative to their spawn point, and from this perspective of the spawn, they're all pushing through the containers area to kind of get a flank and to try to grab map control. You can see one player pushing on the left hand side from this perspective of the spawn. Everybody else is running through container. That's pretty interesting, because in my mind, I would have done what this player did over here. The hook guy 100% went ahead and wrapped around the spawn, maybe try to get a flank in. So it's pretty interesting that everybody on FaZe went straight to container and one player wrapped around on Dallas Empire. Let's go ahead and check this out. Also, I've actually never watched this gameplay before, so this is going to be brand new to me. So right now I'm trying to take a mental note of where everybody is spawning in. That's something that I feel like a lot of players do not do in Modern Warfare and Call of Duty in general. You need to keep a mental note of where players are spawning. So now we're watching Dallas Empire right now. And now a lot more people are starting to push out through, you know, on their perspective, the right-hand side of the map. So right now, there's actually not that many points on the hill. There's only 6 points. FaZe is in the lead. Everybody's just pretty much just slaying people out right now, trying to grab map control. I think right now is Clayster is trying to he's trying to anchor the spawns right now. I'm going to pause the gameplay right now. Clayster is, what he's doing is anchoring, which is trying to give his team the best possible spawn for the next hardpoint hill. That's something that is very important, and I feel like a lot of people do not do. Same thing as how you would prepare for the next hill in headquarters. That's what you need to do in hardpoint, is prepare for the next rotation. So this is a really good play by Clayster. Pretty curious to see where the next hill is going to be at. So right there, exactly, Clayster rotated properly, and he gave his team the right spawns, the proper spawns through the trophy system. Right now, he's anchoring. Yep. Their entire team, all of FaZe, pushed through containers, try to get into the hill. Yep. Now, because Atlanta FaZe, or excuse me, Dallas Empire had rotations. They're now in the lead, but the hard point is contested. All right, FaZe is now getting the lead. There we go. You can see this right now, that the anchor, right now, it appears that there is no apparent anchor on both sides. People are just trying to run into the hill, but you can also see that there's only 10 seconds left. So people are now starting to rotate out. You can also see the map here as well. A lot of Dallas Empire, they're just on the opposite side of the map. They're preparing for the next rotation. You can see these two players over here on ATLANTA FaZe potentially trying to prepare for the next hill as well. Something about hardpoint as well as headquarters is you have to pay attention to the time. You have to be very wary and cautious of what you're doing, especially when there's the last 10 seconds. Because realistically, there really isn't much you can do or really anything you should be doing the last 10 seconds of the hardpoint hill. So right now they're just preparing for the next hill, which I believe is going to be back on the opposite side of the map from where the hill is right now. Like I said, I'm not a hardpoint player, so I'm trying to learn as much as I can and help you guys learn as much as you can as possible from this. So what it appears, Dallas Empire is preparing for the next hill at 10 seconds in. So I believe hardpoint, the general rule is to prepare for the next hill within the last 10 seconds, and I think this is exactly what they're doing right now. Yep, it is. It is exactly what they're doing right now. They're preparing for the next hill. Trophy systems are very apparent. Again, Dallas Empire is about to take the lead again because they're all rotated out. It seems that Dallas knows exactly what they're doing as far as anchoring. They had that on point. Clayster appears to be a very proficient anchor. That's pretty much what hardpoint is, just positioning. So right now, FaZe just went ahead and they broke into the hill. They've pretty much gained spawns. I'm going to pause the gameplay again, right? You guys can see here, their entire team is in the hill. Again, Dallas Empire is now trying to go ahead and get back into the hill to try to take that. 13 seconds on the hill left as well. You can see there. We have Hook and Illy. Look at the numbers. You can see the numbers of the players, so you can actually see exactly who the players are as well. So number 3 on here, Clayster. Clayster is the anchor. It's no surprise Clayster is their anchor on Dallas. He's always on the next hill. He's always rotating prematurely, which is very smart. I'm curious who's gonna win. I believe, honestly, something is telling me that Dallas Empire might win this. I'm not too sure though. Yep. Yeah, it's just a bad camera angle right there. There we go, nice. Yep, FaZe is trying to go ahead and get the spawns back. They're in the hill right now. Again, we have about 2 seconds left. Yep. This is a good game. It's a good game. You guys can see they're all now they're all in the hill. They're all pretty much rotated out. Nice. Look at this position he's in. Shotzi's in a fire position. Wow. He's in a very good position. You guys can see you're in Dallas Empire. This is a really good spot. I've never seen players actually go up on this door right here. This is pretty interesting. I've never seen it. I'm also trying to pay attention to the kills because that's why I wasn't really talking for a little bit. You can see here that it's not really too spread out. Nobody really is outslaying anybody. Everybody has, you know, a pretty decent amount of kills, around the same amount of kills. But it does seem that Priesta and Abizi are definitely their slayers on Atlanta FaZe. And there really doesn't seem to be that many people slaying out too hard on this team. You guys can see here that Hook has 0 points on the hill. Anybody here at least has around 20 seconds on the hill. So you can see here that Illy, you know, is holding down the hill. 26 seconds. No time on the hill, but 12 kills, 15 deaths. I don't really know what's going on right there. Damn, Simp just fucked his ass up. Excuse me, but Simp just... Shit. That was a good play. No wonder he's... So right now, Dallas Empire took the lead again. People are starting to rotate out right now. I should get that melee in. So right now, Dallas Empire starting to hit the lead. I think they might win this. I think Dallas Empire might win this because they have a lot of players. I mean, they got Clayster, you know, being the anchor that he is. Ooh. That was a good position. Good play right there. Shotzi's out here just rushing. I love this match. The hard point, everybody's just they're neck and neck on the hills. Really, nobody is outslaying anybody. Nobody. It's not a blowout. Everything is just neck and neck. 120 to 119. 38 seconds on the hill. We have Dallas Empire now, you know, all in the hill. Everybody's just converging on the hill right now because they know it's a close match. Everybody's pretty much equal with gun skill. Obviously, they're all pro players. They're all really good as far as gun skill goes, but everybody in this match is equal with gun skill. It's just going to be pretty much who has the best positioning. Right now, you guys can see 10 seconds left on the hill. 9 people are starting to rotate out. Atlanta FaZe is fully rotated out again. They're going to be getting the next rotation. It's curious to see exactly what's going to happen next. You guys can see the score is now, you know, as big as a lead as it's been ever in this match. 144 to 119. You know, FaZe is now pre-rotated. They all pre-rotated earlier because they know that if they lose another hill, it could potentially be the end of the game right there. They might not have, you know, that momentum or enough time to make a comeback. Yep, there they go. They got their whole team on the hill. Nice little Heglish right there. They're back on the hill. Dallas Empire is about to bust it open again. Yep, Empire is now back on the hill. Okay, FaZe is back on the hill. They're trying to just pre-fire it. So this is pretty interesting. I'm gonna pause it right here. You guys can see just what map control does do. A lot of players are starting to break out. Even though really nobody has a really big KD spread, you guys can see that Dallas Empire, because they're positioning themselves properly, even with a player that has less time on the hill, they're all starting to slay out more, and their positioning is what's making them, you know, get the lead. You guys can see your Simp has a minute on the hill. Everybody else is around 30 seconds right here. Everybody else around now, you know, a minute 40. You know, they have more people sitting on the hill in Dallas because they know that they have to get map control to get this W. So they're going to have to be getting on the hill more.
Get the final couple of seconds here, but FaZe have set up for next outside in crates.
That's some decent time for FaZe. Cuts down, 40-point lead down to 20. Now they have an opportunity where Dallas is going to be playing maybe a little bit conservative, try to work for spawns, hold spawns for warehouse. It's 12-4 going to go down. 5 are going to go down. The aggression from Atlanta FaZe, they're going to try and push past mid-map. But that's going to be a clean 15 seconds. Priesta here just hanging out.
Now can you push it and flip it, right? Can you get this next wave and get the flip? I think it's going to be Stellium that has to go huge, but he is going to ultimately get dropped by Shotzi towards Minecart. So great amount of time you picked up here if you're FaZe, but
You guys can see it's tied now. FaZe is starting to turn up. It's pretty interesting their class setups they're using. Obviously, they're not going to be running pub class setups, but these MP5 setups they're using, I'm going to have to go ahead and try this out. They're running the operator foregrip. Our FaZe is now starting to get that hill now. You guys can see here, Dallas Empire is all they're all pre-rotated out. All 4 of them in the hill. Now FaZe is going to have to go ahead and push that. This is a very, very good match. I feel like Atlanta FaZe is more confident in their gun skill in this match, but Dallas Empire definitely has better map control in my personal opinion. Definitely. Because everybody on Dallas FaZe got around 20 plus, almost 30, damn near 30 kills on here. They're all pushing. Multiple players. They're all starting to kind of get that spread in. Yeah, I'm gonna pause it right here too. I think it's kind of interesting. You can kind of see exactly, who's proficient with their gun skill. Abeezy right here, 31 kills, 21 deaths, 50 points on the 50 seconds on the hill. 27, 21, almost 2 minutes on the hill. 28. You know what I'm saying? Like these players, right? Things like this is very good to notice. Gun skill right there. Very proficient in gun skill. Having kill time and winning gunfights on the hill is huge. That's a very, very good indication of a strong player in Modern Warfare, or any Call of Duty for that matter. Literally. Because you have stuns coming in, grenades coming in, yet you're still winning gunfights consistently and rotating to get kills. 33 kills by Abeezy. He's going nuts this game. FaZe 220. They're starting to get the lead now. It's like that gun skill. It's like a Dallas Empire. They're like relying on map control and anchoring pretty much. I think FaZe 100%. The players on FaZe are more confident in their gun skill. That's just what I'm noticing from this specific match. I don't know. I don't know if Empire's gonna win this. I might have been wrong. It looked like they were gonna win it, just by map control. But I mean, just the confidence in guns and the confidence in the gunfights. I mean, Abeezy's about to drop a 40 bomb. Shit. My man Abeezy playing pubs out here, dropping 40 bombs like. Let's see what goes down. I mean, FaZe is in the hill right now. I'm curious. Abeezy get that 40 bomb? Please tell me he gets that 40 bomb. They got 9 points. I think they chalked it. Yeah, FaZe is probably gonna win right here unless they do something crazy. Is Abeezy got a 40 bomb? Yep, and they won too. Wow. That was a great game. That was a good game. I think this was just a fantastic representation of what happens when you have, a bunch of strong slayers playing the hill. I mean, you can't. Map positioning is one thing, but when you have like 3 to 4 people, because look at this. 30, 30, 30, 40. You know what I'm saying? Didn't break 20. I'm not hating at all, but you could kind of tell when you see a lot of strong players with confident in their gun skill as well as getting on the hill. I mean, 29 almost went double negative. Or not double negative, but you know 30 to 40 with 10 seconds. I mean, Hook needs to be playing, you know, more time on the hill. 10 seconds. Everybody on this team had around a minute. You know, 10 seconds on the hill. I feel like they had more people on the hill, right? Because there's no reason why Shotzi should have, you know, 32 kills. Well, you have, you know what I'm saying, with this amount of hill time. That really doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know, maybe the, you know, the mindset, because it's not, you know, there's no fans watching technically, because it's not like at an event. Maybe that has a lot to do with it, but, you know, that's something that I definitely learned from this. So hope you guys do enjoy the video. Hope you guys learned a lot, because I kind of learned a lot of mindset things, you know, from this video. Having strong players with gun skill and also map awareness and rotating is going to be huge. So guys, if you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys absolutely smash like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on those post notifications. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.